Hello ladies and gents, boys and girls, welcome back to Hydroneer with myself, Oswald Lyric Vividar. This is part 2 of South Hope digging down to tier 2. So I've turned off my factory plant, only so we don't hear the noise in the background, and I've started to dig down to tier 2. So I've created my first step here. Now I wanted my first step to be here, but then I thought I'm going to be wasting too much space going down. I really wanted to start digging down prior to that, but unfortunately I'm going to have my first step here, because if I have another step here, you walk in, there's going to be, you'd be talking about having your first downslope here, which wouldn't actually happen. It would actually be there instead, because you'd have to bring it out by one again and then a down, so it would almost, I'd be wasting like 1 or 2 blocks, and I don't really want to do that because I don't know how far back I can actually go when I hit tier 3. So I want to save as much space as possible, and I think that's a good term to go. So you literally, like, I've already got a big enough step, so I can literally just go down, 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 down. Right? I'm happy with the way it is. So the next part is basically bringing all the floor tiles down. The next floor tiles will go here, and so on and so on and so on. So we're just going to go grab some floor tiles. I've just had to repair the floor because I started digging the floor up a little bit earlier than I should have done, and unfortunately I had to use a spade to fill it all in and get it all even again, which is a bit of a pain, but never mind. But the idea being is that I don't want to waste any space, because again I don't know how far tier 3 goes. I've never actually got to tier 3, and until I hit tier 3 I'm not going to waste any of that like space that I need, because I could find that I'd have to bring everything back and it'd just be an absolute nightmare to do. It'd just be too much building work and too much digging work and blah blah blah, and I just personally would prefer not to have that hassle on my head. It's why I'm also not building the room lengthways. I'm actually taking it back, almost back on itself. So when we get to the bottom of here, we're gonna have like this bit here will be here. So then we'll have to dig out this section here over there. So this is almost a 6 step. So if you think, you count 1 2 3 4 5 6, this is going to be this bit here. So we're going to count 5 steps back from that, and then we're going to go back down again. Sorry, I've just read a post on Reddit. Oh god, that's funny. So this will be our next step. I'm just going to house that out quickly. And then we're just going to keep processing the dirt as we go down. So, and the idea is we've got this 3 wide for a reason. We obviously want 1 for the pipe work and then 2 for the steps. I've already got the steps as well. unfortunately, for some strange reason, when I was buying all the stuff, I end up walking out of the shop, or driving out of the shop, and some of the items didn't go with me, so unfortunately I'm still gonna have to go back and get more floor tiles, and I'm not entirely sure what I didn't actually pay for, which I thought was a bit strange considering I spent an hour there going through everything with a fine tooth comb to then find that I didn't actually pay for it. So in future reference, hopefully I can actually take the van inside the shop itself, and then that way I can load the stuff onto the van straight away, rather than messing about. It might be slightly easier, but I'm not entirely sure whether, you know, I can actually do that or not. So right now I don't need any of the bigger tiles, I just need these small ones until I get down to the steps that I really want to get to, which will be in the tier. And I don't mind not having the stairs for now, but as soon as I can, and I'm able to find them on the back of this, it would mean going through all this stuff and putting it somewhere outside the van, and I almost just can't be bothered. It's a lot of hard work just to try and find a few bits and pieces. There's my hammer, so there we go, 1, 2 and 3. And then we need 2 of the other things. Larger, smaller wall tiles, just so we can face it off. And I've started making like almost a banister rail around the outside of it as well, so that I can, I almost like, yeah, so I can't fall over the edge, in other words. Not that I'll actually incur any damage from it, it's just obviously it's to make it look nicer. I didn't really need to house out that bit in the corner. I could have probably just done without it, in all fairness. I could have probably just boxed it off and not bother with it, but unfortunately it is what it is, and it's gonna have to stay like it, because I'm not fixing it now. I just can't be bothered. It would mean digging up some ground and then filling it all in as well and boxing it all off, and it's just a pain. And the little housing area is quite good. It functionally means I can bring the cart downstairs. The idea is bringing the cart all the way down with me, and then I can start offloading stuff when I get down the bottom, sort all the pipe work out and stuff. Hopefully I can get the cart through. I haven't even figured it out whether I can do that yet or not. It might mean removing that tile. No, I can bring it downstairs with me. Brilliant. Let's take it back upstairs, because that's actually got my tools in it. And like I said, this is a conveyor belt which is currently off. So I need 2 of these. And then when I'm ready to, I'm going to start adding all the tiles to the walls. I'm going to do that once I get to the bottom of it, because again, I don't really want to overstep the boundary, and I don't really know where it all is going to start just yet, so I don't want to start adding main wall tiles in until I get to the bottom of it, really. So what we're going to need to do, unfortunately, is push this back a bit. don't really want to overstep that marker, so I want that almost that wall over here. If I bring this over here a sec, it's gonna have to be done the opposite way. So if I try and get up, Coco, shut up. Coco, enough. There we go. So that's going to go there a second. Pull that over. Coco! Yeah. So, where's my pickaxe? What did I do with my pickaxe? There's my spade. There's that. There she is. So, if I come over here, Coco, enough! There we go. So that's when we know we're going to go in on ourselves, because we don't want to almost go any further back than that. Other than that, we're looking pretty good. Put the light there a second. So the next one's going to be here, and I've got 1, 2, 3. If I remember rightly, it's 7 down. Until I set the pipe work up, I'm not really going to know where almost I need to be with this back part of the wall. So I may just have to go get the pipe work to and the downs. We'll go do that now. Because I almost want to build the staircase like this again, where it goes back in on itself and back in on itself, because it kind of looks really nice. But I don't want to get in the van. Right, and unfortunately my money's in here somewhere. Buried underneath all of this. It's either that or it's going to be back at the plot. I have 40 of these tiles, so that's all I managed to get earlier before the van was too laggy for me to drive. So I might, in future reference, do it in half and half. Oh, come on, where the hell's my money? Do you know what? I might just sell that bar of gold. I'll be here all day otherwise. Where's the bar of gold? There we go, there's some gold. Off we go. Let's go to the supermarket. Let's find a van. That blue one will do. So I need, what, 6 or 7? I need 1 straight pipe, a T-pipe,
Hail blood.
Let's head to the Joe
Hey,
store.
blood.
Oh, nice! Look at that. 4.4 million. Not running out of funds anytime soon. Right, so we want 1 straight pipe, a T-pipe, And then I'm going to need 14 of these. 1, 2,
Hey there.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and oh, shut up, 14. Let's dump the funds on the back
Hey
of the
there.
van in that corner there. 1, 2.
Don't mind me. I'm just mooching about.
And then we want
Looking for summer.
what? One of these and 7 of these. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and bugger it, I'll get another one just to be on the safe side. That will do me very nicely. Now we've got to try and escape. I've already got normal conveyors, so it shouldn't really be much of
Thanks
an
for your
issue. We've
business.
got plenty of them. And off we go. As long as I can see myself getting to the bottom floor, it shouldn't really matter. And once I hit tier 2, oh yeah, this way, because there's all my normal conveyors. Just need somewhere to park. Here will do. Right in front of these logic cables. Let's get rid of them. I've no idea why I brought all of these, but I did. That was actually supposed to be for my sorting plant, but I never end up needing them. But they will come in handy for later, so that's why I'm keeping hold of them, because I will be... Oi! Where do you think you're going? My fault for putting them on a hilly bit. Let's just get all this lot out of the way so I've got some space to breathe. Oh, do you know, that noise is starting to really irritate me. Couldn't have made anything more annoying in your life, could you? Right, put you there. Let's wander downstairs, shall we? Do. That's it. Turn around. Need to go get some normal conveyors. There should be some. No, that's a. Let's get them out of the way a sec. So they're not in my way either. Right, let's grab some normal conveyor belts. But I don't even have the corner bit yet. I'll have to take it from all of that. Do. Here's one I prepared earlier. I may as well recycle what I don't need. It certainly gets rid of it. This was for my stupid little idea that I had for automating the watering cans. I thought it would be possible that, well, if you can automate fish, you can automate watering cans, in my opinion. But unfortunately, I think I put that way too high. If I'd have put it a bit lower, it may have filled the watering cans for it. The idea was that I put 8 watering cans on it, and that way it like fills up for me. It was only I'd suggest probably putting it down one, but you probably have a problem with putting them on the damn belt afterwards, so you'd have to leave a space where there isn't a filling point. Right, so what one are you? You're a left. I need a right. No, you're a left. There we are, a right. Yeah, it's a right. There we go. I'm going to fix it so I can then show you what I'm talking about, because the idea is actually pretty good. I just need to lower it a bit more, figure out whether it works, and then put a space in there where it doesn't have a filling point. The idea is that you put a watering can on all of them, and then that way you can easily use the watering can until you get to the point, obviously, buying the sprinkler system, which becomes a lot easier when growing veggies. Running backwards and forth, I might have to stretch the pipe a little bit further down because, well, as you can see, I'm further away than, you know. It certainly will become a lot easier. Within probably the next 2 or 3, I'll be able to get my first sprinkler system, so I won't really have to worry from there, but it's still a pain. So I need a straight pipe. Let's get on here, we'll find that straight pipe. And we'll have one more conveyor. And then we're good to rock and roll. This will just give me the rough idea of where I need to house out the wall, so as in when I go down I can just do that. Then I know for a fact I've got space to move. place. There we go. That's all that in place. There's nothing more annoying than walking through a hallway and accidentally picking something up that's on you. I do it all the time. You're normally with the annoying things like, you know, I'll be trying to make something and I end up picking a sodding angle up or whatever, you know. Or I'll be like trying to get a piece of iron out of like the smelter or something and it moves. It's just, I prefer to whack things in place. I can't pick it up then by accident. I should have really loaded the cart up with all this pipe work, but never mind. Would have been slightly easier. And keep hold of the cork so we can cap it off once we get to the bottom. Because once we get to tier 3, the idea is that tier 3 is going to follow on from it, so it's going to be the same design work, so it's going to branch off to the right hand side for me, so that when I dig for tier 3, and then at some point I'm going to be upgrading to all red pipe, but I'll need to do a lot of grinding for that. And I'll have to dig everything up and replace all the pipe work and relay all the conveyors and blah de blah de blah. That's going to be good fun. Right, what do we need next? My hammer. They're all knocked in place. We can then lower, we'll put you, in fact we'll put you there. Let's go get some more pipes. In fact what I'm going to do, no, I don't want one of you yet. No wonder why I'm doing that for, but sorry, I've got one of the themes in my head to Bugsy Malone. It's the homeless shelter one. Don't know why, but it's been playing in the back of my head for the last few days. Is it down, 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 down? Huh? Yeah, that's the one. It's been a long time since I watched Bugsy Malone, but good old Jodie Foster. Very, very young Jodie Foster at that one. Believe it or not, if I remember rightly, Bugsy Malone was shot in Reading in the UK.
Huh?
Right, so we can take this. Should have grabbed those floor tiles at the same time. Ah, pity the fool. Never mind. What the hell am I doing? That makes life a lot easier, not running backwards and forwards so much. I don't know why I didn't think about bringing you in earlier. There you go, you can sit. Oh, yeah, 49. Fucking noise is really quite irritating. I don't want you. And why the hell are you come along for? Get back on my conveyor belt. Do you know what? I'm going to just leave you there for a second. Take you down with me. Alright, that's that one done. Problem solved. Next conveyor belt. I can do all the floor tiles later. Let's get that conveyor belt done first, and then we know where we are. Do 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 do. Right. So now. There we go. Next level. Ow. Well done, Ollie. So we should be able to clear that without a problem. So yeah, I don't see it being a big issue, if I'm honest. I just want to add some more of those wall tiles going down, because that's then going to make it look a bit better as well. And I should imagine now, I mean, what you've got to look at is, if you've got the up being here, you want to take out that one there. So when this one goes in here, I'll need to take it back. But I should be able to clear that, so it's not going to be an issue. So I'm going to pull that back by one as well, and that's when I'm going to start digging and pressing forward underneath here. So I'll straighten that up, make it look all nice. Not that it makes a lot of difference, but I've got real bad OCD, so yeah, I'm going to clear it all out so it looks nice. I do believe we are very close to tier 2. In fact, we're that close I can smell it. may have been better to pull that back by a tiny tad, but do you know what? What's done's done. I don't care. In fact, what I might do, considering, is I may now dig into this.
Huh? Huh?
Yeah, that's exactly what I want to do. We might need to bring that light down a bit.
Huh?
And if you're going to ask for the dimensions, these rooms are literally 22 by 12. So this one is 22 this way and 12 this way. And obviously I went from the starting lip almost. So if you look at where the actual bridge line is, I pulled it back by one. So if you look at where it steps down, I pulled this back by one and then started going down. It just gave me the opportunity of building a room like this, and it actually works really well. I could have had it straight up against the mountain edge, but I didn't really want to, because you end up getting stuck as you try and leave the doorway. So which I found quite annoying in my last save. Every time I tried to get out the door, I just got stuck, and it became quite annoying for me to keep getting stuck in that doorway. So I decided to pull it back forward by one, and then I just put this here instead, so I've got that opportunity of a straight level before I get to the doorway, rather than having the stairs actually at the doorway itself. It just freed up that option for me to get in and out of the building. I'm not sure now, I'm thinking I might just pull that back by just another one, ever so slightly.
Huh?
Right, so if we put that now down here, for instance, I can now see. So that's the next step, and I do believe that's tier 2. Yep, that's 2 tier dirt.
Huh? Huh? Huh?
I'll just put the axe down. Right, so that's count. Yeah, that's gonna have to go because it's gonna be 4. So one back a bit more. I've got all the rooms literally 4 high, so literally it's just easier that way. And as you can see, it's different colour. So you've got like almost the red stuff that's like tier 1 dirt, and then you get down to the bottom of it and it turns a bit more grey like this. That's when you know that you're at the bottom of tier 1, sorry. And then you get almost like a silver like rocky sort of like colour like that there. Well, basic is that there sort of dirt. That's tier 2, and that's what we're aiming for now. So this is where we want to be. This is where our drills are going to sit on the floor. And now we've reached this, we now know where our room can be. I don't know why I'm clearing that up. I'm going to be digging it out in a minute. Yeah. So for now, I'm just going to smash all this down. Because this is going to be, you got down, a down, and then I'm not, yeah, no, that's going to have to be a down here. So the start of our room is almost going to be here. Because it's 1 out from where the down is. And that we want to leave alone. So the start of our room is going to be right here. So that's where we know we're going to be. So we'll have to dig out this bit here as well, because we're going to be going in that giant direction. And if you do make any mistakes, just bring the spade with you. I know the spade can be quite expensive, but if you make a mistake, it can be easily fixed by just picking up a spade and throwing some dirt in the way. It's what I pretty much do. So say for argument's sake I want to fill that gap there a second, I just grab the spade, and what I do is I look for dirt that I'm going to end up digging up anyway, and say like, oh no, I didn't want to dig that block up, I just do that, just throw the dirt inside, and then I can reshape the wall. Because this is all useless dirt anyway, stuff that I'm going to be taking away. So now I can grab the rake and go, oh look, I've just repaired the wall, look at that, brilliant. And it just helps me repair things a bit. So I always bring all 3 tools down just in case, because that's how I basically refilled in the floor that I end up cutting away, because I end up making a foolish mistake of pulling myself out too much. I end up deciding that I wanted another lip here, which I didn't really need. So yeah, I end up cutting it all back and then realising I didn't need to actually do that bit. So, but this is now, we've reached tier 2. So now I've reached tier 2, all I've got to really do now is just plan the room out and get my tiles downstairs. So what I normally do is I grab the big floor tiles, and then I just count them. So in other words, we're going back 6 from this line here. So if you count 6 from here, this corner bit here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're literally going to be going from this bit here, we're going back 5, because this will be the 6th, and then that way we know where we're going to, and then we'll just shape out the rest of the room. Because this pipe down the bottom here on this corner here is going to be a T pipe. That's enabling it. In other words, where we're going to lead the resources off to. So we'll turn that around there. That's where we know that it's going to go, because the idea being is that, what the hell is that? It almost looks gold, doesn't it? Yeah, so the final down will be here, and then so we've got 1, 2, 3 downs, and then this is going to be, it's going to be a corner piece, in other words, because we'll use the little lip thing that creates a T-junction on the corner here, so that when the resources leave the plant, they just go up, and then, you know, they hit the top shelf basically, and then go back up the line. Everything will be cut in its own. Like, a lot of people do their own sorting plants downstairs for like smelting and all the rest of it. You don't really need to. To be blunt, like, I know a lot of ore can, you know, diminish your CPU or frame rate, and I get that. But if you were to build a sorting plant in every area, you'd need 4 smelters, and well, you'd need 5 depending on where you're going. It can be done, but it's a lot of logic. You'd probably want auto smelters. To be fair, they're not really needed. You just have one sorting area and it's done. You don't really need. I can't see there being any issue in it. I mean, if you've got a lot of drills, then yes, okay, you probably need it. But to be blunt, you don't really need that many drills. As you can see, I've made 4 million in about half an hour. So, you know, I don't really need that many, and I don't really want that many. It's too much. It's too much processing and too much digging out and blah blah blah. I mean, I had 48 drills set up last time, and it was just too much. I gathered way too many resources at the lower end area, and I just didn't need it. You know, it just became a waste, and for me, I just didn't really see the point of having that much. And I know I'm just clearing it out for now. I almost want to create a straight line, so I know how far I'm pushing it back. So once I've opened this up a little tiny bit more, you know, I know where I'm going. I kind of want to get this bit dug out first. And not only that, but I don't even know if there's going to be tier 3 dirt where I'm going to be digging for tier 3, so I'll probably do that first, just to make sure that the tier 3 section that I've got in mind actually works, because, you know, if I've got to change the room around, it's again a lot of hassle just to get there. But the tier 3 room, if I remember rightly, the tier 3 room's actually 18 by 12, so it's a lot smaller room because you just don't need the space. You can put, you know, you only need pretty much well, actually no, it's going to be 40 drills for tier 3 was the idea, but I might just make 30. I don't really need any more than that. I'm quite happy with 30 a slot, to be fair. Any more than that and it's just, again, too much dirt. So, and I'd be happy with 20, to be fair. I mean, I've made enough resources out of the drills I've already got, so I could actually shrink it down entirely, but again, don't really, I mean, it's a bit too late now. So I'm going to keep to the 30, but for future reference I'll probably take it back to 20, because you get a lot of dirt, you know, and you make a lot of money out of it too, so it's not really a necessity to have that a larger plant. I mean, fair enough if you want one, but I just don't really see the point. All these mega builds that I've seen people do, it's just, yeah, alright, so it's fun, but you're talking about a hell of a lot of lag that unfortunately I can't stand. And I've got quite a decent setup, so I mean, about the only thing I need to change inside my machine is my graphics card, but that's because I'm still running an old GTX, not GTX, I'm running a Gigabyte, what's it called, 1060. I had a 1050 Ti, they were pretty damn good. I like that card. I mean, I can play most games without an issue, so it works for what I need. It's 6 gig, so it does me nicely, and don't see the point of having anything better for now. It's not like I need it. I'm not doing rendering or anything like that, so I don't, you know, don't see the point of wasting all that money on something I don't really need. And with having 2 sprogs in the house, it's, you know, I've got better things to do with my money than spend it on my PC now, so I'd rather spend it on my children. I'd rather take them out for the day and do something with them. There we go, I made a mistake, look. So, I mean, I could probably, so like I said there, like, you see that I've made like almost like a double hole there. So, let me just put that here a second, so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm going to be digging that dirt out there anyway, so here we go, just off we pop. Fill it in. Spade comes in handy. And I often do it with the floors as well, like when you go outside, I'm trying to get all the floors outside the same level, and often find patches that won't go to the same level. You just use a spade to bring it up to the level that you want it. Where's that? Oh, there we go. So now I can just go bimp. No. Come on. There we go. And it's done. It's now the same level as everything else. Look at that. Done. So I now know that I can start bringing the floor tiles downstairs, and I'll just count 6 back from there. I need to get another lamp in place though. And that's what I normally do. I normally bring these floor tiles downstairs, lay one on the floor, and then count back from there. So if I lay one, oh god, if I put one here a second, and obviously it's going to be all irrelevant on where the tier 2 dirt is. There we go. So that's where that is. Oh, for crying out loud. Right, where's that hammer gone? There she is. There we go. So I only have to count back 2 from here, and I've reached the end of the wall. So that's the last bit where I want to be heading to. So let's just even this off a sec.
Huh?
Oh god. Right. Now, this is 14 back. So upstairs was 12. This is 14. I'd prefer rooms being 14 because they kind of look better, but there'd have been too much space in there. Too much empty space. And obviously I'm cutting into space that I might end up needing for tier 3 and tier 4, tier 3. Or to even tier 2, so we can dig all this lot out in eventually, and then like time to get this this bit sorted, really. That cork can come down here and go into this bit, because I don't need that bit just yet. But like I said, that conveyor belt is just going to go straight down here and then straight on, so I don't actually need to use that bit until I start building the staircase to go down later, because I'll...
Huh?
In a nutshell, this corner bit here is where I'm going to be building the next staircase down. So this is going to be my area where, if you think, that's where the corner pipe's going to go, and this is going to be my staircase going down to tier 3, where almost this is going to be the end of the line, so I'll be digging back in on myself again. So yeah, it's all, you know, easy set up. What time is it? Wow, it's 2 o'clock. Where has my day gone? You really are charging that slowly, aren't you? I'm on 15%. You've charged by 6%. How have you charged at 6%? Been on charge nearly 2 hours. 2 secs. Right, so if I grab all of this, yeah, them 3 tools are there a second. And then all it is setting up tier 2, so I reckon within probably the end of the night I'll have my room done. It'll take me a while to dig this out, and my kids will be back from school soon, so I'll have to prepare dinner and what have you. Okay, so a pipe I didn't need, that can stay there. In fact, I'm gonna move that out of the way. I want to grab some floor tiles, the smally ones, if I can get to them. They're in here somewhere. need some of these, isn't
Huh?
it?
Huh? Huh?
In fact, what I might do is start taking some of these stone walls down as well, because now I can start building that up. I've got one that needs to go in there, just to block that off. Yep. So that's that in place. And now we know where all those have got to go, I'd certainly get rid of them off the back of my cart. I probably will start digging out ones in the staircase as well, so that I can put light in the staircase, but I'm not sure yet. It'll probably only be on one side, I'm not entirely sure. Right, we can go down there a sec. Let's build this off. Because once I get to the bottom, I'm going to know what it... No, that's a window. Don't want that just yet. Typical. Yeah. How did I know that was going to happen? I could use the small ones for that, rather than using the larger ones. And again, it's not going to really make much of a difference. A large tile will just cover more space, so I may as well do that. Just butt that up to there. I'm only going to need another one there anyway, so I may as well just use that. I don't care. It's still covered in stone. There we go. There's probably going to be the same thing down this way as well, because believe it or not, mind you, this is going to be the last step down. Yeah, so this is actually going to be a step, so this is going to be the entrance into the room. Grab one of them. Oh no, hang on a minute, hang on a minute, hang on a minute. That's where that's going to be. Just realised that's going to be the last step. Because it's one higher. Oh dearie me, I think I've actually built this staircase wrong. Step, step up, step up. Oh, I hope not. I've got to try and find all this. How about flipping around the right way?
Huh?
Until I get my stairs, I'm not gonna know now. I think it's in the right place. I really hope so, because I can't be arsed with rebuilding this staircase again. Just got to find them first. They're on the back of that wagon. Yeah, it's because it's going to go. So this is where the stair is. Stair, stair. So it's going to be a little walkway in here. That's fine by me. I wanted the stair here really, but I've got a funny feeling that the stairs here, stair, stair, so that's just going to be a little lip bit. That's fine. I'm not bothered by that. Shame. I've got one there anyway, so it's fine by me. It's built exactly the same way, so it's actually kind of worked out the way I wanted it to, which is good. So where are we? Let's just put that in place a second. Then we know that we're going to be digging into that area.
Huh? Huh?
There we go, that'll do me nicely. Oh, yeah, typical. So I've got to. No, that's still going to be a down, but the steps are going to be here. So
Huh?
let's drag you back over here a sec. You can stay there, and so can you. It's time to grab them stairs. I just don't know where they're going to be. That's the single ones. Oh no, that's a double. Here we go. Let's have a look. So you're going to be here, and then we're going to go down. Yeah. Let's go down one. Yeah. Down one. Down one. Down. Yeah. Okay. So the last actual step's going to be there, because that's our floor level. So happy days. It kind of works. I just didn't need to dig that ground up. Well, I did for this bit, but that was about it. So I could fill it back in if I wanted to, but I mean, why not? So I just need to fill this gap in. Why not?
Huh?
Oh, for crying out loud!
Huh?
Right, do you want to just go away? Happy days. Let's see if we can go find some more stuff. According to these floor tiles, not on my life. I've got loads more to go by of these floor tiles. These larger ones. I only brought 40, I believe. But then again, I don't know until I get to build the rest of the room, because I don't know what I didn't actually pay for. Thanks to the ridiculous nature of buying goods in this game. I'm gonna have to dump you over there. I do believe I'm slowly running out of tiles. No. My first mine shaft actually weren't too bad. I basically built a level on every level, but to be blunt, like having one that high up in the air just doesn't really work the way you want it to. You're better off just having it on the bottom level. That way you're making all the resources that you can in that tier. You may as well have them at the bottom of the tier rather than like at the very top of it and then working down each step. Like I did that with my first one, and don't get me wrong, it worked really well, but I just found I had way too much iron and gold and not enough of the other stuff. I only ever found that I was getting cloutium like once in a blue moon. So having them on the bottom level helps you get more cloutium quicker. Oh, finally. And I found my money finally. Not that I now need it. But I do want to find these baby tiles. There they are. Oh, do you know that noise is really irritating? Let's put the money there a sec. That's a small staircase. Small staircase. Large staircase. Double wooden staircase. That'll help me get up these without having to keep jumping up them. Getting a bit annoying. And I've noticed a lot of people rush it. I mean, I've sit down and plan things properly, and I don't really like rushing, especially when it comes to doing things properly. I like to take my time, you know. Why bother rushing it? Especially on the first time you've built something like this. I mean, the second time I build it, like maybe because I know where everything's going, so it won't really bother me. But this is I don't. If you rush things too much, you end up making mistakes, and I'm doing mistakes even though I'm taking my time. So for me, like, I'd rather just take my time with it and enjoy it for while it lasts. And you know, if I end up rushing the whole job. I mean, I've been playing this game now, what, probably two weeks. I basically bought it for my son. He said, "Oh, I really like this game," and then I purchased it thinking he would play it, and he didn't like it one bit. So yeah, a bit of a shame. But he's more into his COD games than anything. COD and Rainbow Siege and all that rubbish. Not really into these sorts of games. Tried to get him into probably didn't help with the hog panning, to be fair. I'll be quite blunt. He does not enjoy hog panning, but the rest of it he don't mind. So once you get to like tier 3, you don't mind using the excavator. But yeah, Gold Rush the game. Been playing that a lot lately, hence the reason why I'm trying to get this done as soon as possible so I can get back to that, because I want to. I've got an idea of doing a few things in that game that I haven't done before. I'm playing a hard game for one, and I've got all the damage on and blah blah blah. It's good fun, but it can be quite hard work. I've got like no what's his face on, so the gold nuggeter and all that rubbish. I'm enjoying it for what it is, and obviously I've got the damage on and right. So where are we? I've only got 3 more tiles that I need to place down. In fact, 5. Because on that level we've got that one. Go, and that's all that done. So get that. And now we just need the thingy-majiggers there. So I'll grab 2 of those that I can line that with. Might as well take this back upstairs because I don't need these now. And on that note, I'm going to save it because that machine's going off. 2 seconds, I just need to go for a wee. Right, I'm going to get off this for now, but I'll be back later. I've got a couple of things I need to sort out.